First of all, I feel like I look like oh, I feel like I look like a cartoon, but mm, why is everything always giving? Just put it back. Oh, it's so much. Do it. Do it. Anyways, I'm up this morning because I had already woke up early and it was kind of hard to go back to sleep, so I just got up and like washed my face and stuff. And I'm attempting to put my hair in this ponytail. Mhm. But I was sitting or like laying down, right, or whatever, and a video of this influencer, she goes by the name Dickney. She had a couple of videos talking about how she had suicidal attempts, suicidal thoughts, and like how it exposed her to how, in the process of like going through whatever she's going through, like it's not like regression states, it's just like states of like reality of what we're battling, that we're having like days where we're strong and we don't really see it. It's not really there. It doesn't seem like it's really real. And then there's days where it's just like, this is real. This is happening. And, you know, I feel like it's important to acknowledge that because I recently had like an incident, not like with me like having suicidal thoughts, but I was just like fighting with myself in my head aggressively about something that I already made or established where I was at with it, like the boundaries I had. So I felt like it was weird and I just kind of like let it pass. But usually I would have tried to like dive into that thought and like figure it out. But I feel like me not trying to figure it out helped a lot because I just like let it pass. Literally, I let it go through without the drama. And I feel like it helped a lot. This is even like, even I've been growing a lot of hair. I just don't want to do it. It would be cute if it was blue. Blue afro on my head. I probably should put all that down. Mm. Full house. This is all over the world. But Yeah, I feel like that's important because I feel like we forget that everything, well, for me, I forget that the only thing that I really abide by is the spiritual. And I believe that everything is spiritual. Like, I just believe that people who don't believe in the spiritual like to believe in other things, and they have given spiritual outcomes and evidence of spirituality other names like physiology and bodily functions and stuff like that. I feel like those things replace what we deem spiritual because the body does a lot of things that we don't still understand. Hence, the women's body still being like studied and not understood. I feel like all these scientific terms or other terms, even astronomy, astrology, I feel like there are ways to explain spirituality because we're still spiritual beings having a what they call the human experience, but I feel like everything is still a spiritual experience because there's so much more than the little. It looks like a little egg. There's more to explore. But your brain, your nervous system is probably like scanning everything and is like, this isn't safe. Which leads me to why I think Colorado comes up for me. Like, I wanted to be in a space where I can legally talk about, grow, indulge, and live with plant medicine. And Colorado is one of those places that legalized psychedelics and marijuana legally. So I'm just want to go check out that holistic community in Colorado, which I seen like something in the corner of my peripheral that was like moving like a star, but like this, but like a circle, but the legs like a sun. And I was just like, beach. But that shit made me forget. I know that I was talking about the spiritual and how everything is spiritual and how we have like given new names to things that are actually of our spiritual nature because that's just how we are, so that we can understand ourselves and this spiritual experience. The spiritual battle does not stop at the spiritual. That's just where it starts. Well, I had so much like hair to pull forward. Yeah, I already got my neck cracked, so I should stop trying to do that. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Community guidelines. Oh my gosh. Pulling your ears in the right angles. First of all, my ear feels so like not sticky, but I don't know. Okay, add a Q&A sticker, a song that's currently still here. No, I want to keep talking about how what I was talking about because I feel like if we look at everything like that, that everything is spiritual, and then we just like have replaced a lot of our everyday words or things we call words, adjectives, verbs, and whatnot. We've replaced those spiritual phenomenon with those kinds of like everyday type of words, which have made spiritual phenomenons, miracles, be deemed as something that's like, oh, this is just a natural thing. This is natural. This just happens in nature. So it's not anything to be fascinated about. Like that's the way that it's treated, which is weird. Like people cannot explain waterfalls, but they try to. Like those are the type of like miracle type shits that like you cannot explain a waterfall. Like bitch. There's just cause like there's a bunch of natural ones. Like they just form. That shit's crazy. Naturally. And I know that they like to replace a lot of spiritual phenomenons with science, which is fine because I feel like science is another form of spirituality. It's just the way that people are expressing their human experience. That's how they see, that's how God speaks to them is through science. But that doesn't mean to close yourself off of everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. People make it too big of a deal. But anyways, back to me talking about Colorado and like plant medicine. For some reason, all the like very exciting pivotal plans have not felt exciting, but it's almost like not that I'm not allowed to get excited about it. It's like like I don't know quite yet, but it doesn't feel bad. But it just I've noticed it for sure. Oh boy, Gabby, she's gonna keep screaming and crying. She has an appointment. Oh my god. I wonder if that will help her stop screaming and crying. Hopefully. But now I am getting sleepy again. It's 7. I will be up in an hour to feed my cats.